There is a famous movie dialogue that says, "The greatest warrior in this world is a mother." And honestly, it feels true. A mother is someone who fights the entire world to protect her children. She does everything for them, things no one else ever could. But is every mother really like that? Your answer might be yes, but we claim that by the time you reach the end of this video, your perspective will change. Today's story is not just disturbing, it goes far beyond the limits of humanity. It is a horrifying tale of a mother who crossed every boundary of cruelty. So what is the full story behind this spine-chilling house of horror? Stay with us till the end of the video, because you have probably never seen or heard anything this terrifying before. Before we move ahead, make sure to subscribe to the Crime Stories channel and press the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. This entire story takes place in Detroit, the largest city in the state of Michigan, USA. In the eastern part of the city lived a woman named Michelle Blair. She had 4 children. Due to frequent conflicts with her husband, she separated from him and started living alone with her children in a large rented house. Along with managing household expenses, she was also paying her children's school fees. But after some time, she lost her job, while expenses kept increasing. Initially, she managed by borrowing money from relatives, but relatives can only help for so long. Eventually, they refused. As a result, Michelle Blair failed to pay her house rent on time. Month after month passed, but the rent remained unpaid. Eventually, she even removed her children from school, telling the authorities that she would homeschool them. When her unpaid rent reached nearly $20,000, the landlord asked her to vacate the house, but despite repeated warnings, she neither paid the rent nor moved out. Finally, the landlord approached the court. After hearings, the 36th District Court issued a final eviction notice. Still, she refused to leave. As a last step, the court sent a team to forcibly vacate the house. On the morning of March 24, 2015, the eviction workers arrived. At that time, Michelle Blair was not home. She had gone out with her children. The workers knocked several times, but no one answered. Using a spare key, they entered the house and began removing furniture. While clearing the living room, they tried to move a deep freezer, but it felt unusually heavy. Suspecting something strange, they opened it. The freezer was completely filled with ice. As they began removing the ice, they noticed a large plastic bag underneath. When they opened the bag, everyone present was shocked to their core. Inside was the dead body of a young girl. Police were immediately called. When officers inspected the freezer further, they found another body at the bottom, this time a young boy. The scene was horrifying. Police immediately launched a search for the woman who lived in the house. Based on information from neighbors, they conducted raids at multiple locations. Within a few hours, Michelle Blair was arrested. At the time of her arrest, she was only with 2 children, despite having 4. When questioned about the other 2, she gave no clear answers. Police took her back to the house and showed her the bodies found in the freezer. She still failed to give an explanation and simply said, "I'm sorry." She was then taken into custody for interrogation. What she revealed during questioning shook everyone. According to Michelle Blair, in August 2012, she came home one day and saw her youngest son, Matthew, engaging in inappropriate behavior with a doll. When she questioned him, Matthew told her that his older brother, Stephen, had been doing similar things to him. Hearing this, Michelle completely lost control. She ran upstairs to Stephen's room, questioned him, and when he admitted, she punched him in the face and brutally beat him. She wrapped a plastic bag around his face and continued the assault until he passed out. When he regained consciousness hours later, she attacked him again, this time pouring boiling water on his private parts, causing severe burns. She gagged his mouth, tied a belt around his neck, and repeatedly tortured him over the next 2 weeks. On August 30th, 2012, 9-year-old Stephen died due to severe injuries. To hide the crime, she placed his body inside the deep freezer. She threatened her remaining children, warning them that if they told anyone, they would meet the same fate. 9 months later, in 2013, she accused her 13-year-old daughter, Stoney, of similar behavior with Matthew. Once again, she resorted to extreme violence, beating her daughter, locking her in a room, and denying her food and water. After days of torture, Stoney died. Michelle placed her body in a plastic bag and stacked it on top of Stephen's body in the same freezer. For 3 years, she slept in the same room as the freezer containing the bodies of her 2 children. During the trial, she showed no remorse. She even claimed she didn't kill her children, but rather destroyed monsters. On June 17, 2015, Michelle Blair was found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Further investigation found no evidence to support her claims of abuse by the children, proving her story was fabricated. Today, Michelle Blair remains incarcerated in a Michigan prison. The surviving children were placed under Child Protective Services, and their identities remain confidential for safety reasons. Michelle Blair forever stained the sacred title of mother. Yet despite this horrifying case, one truth remains unchanged. A mother is the greatest warrior in the world. If you appreciated our effort, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll return soon with another true crime story. Thank you.